All right, time to get started. I'm sure most of you have been awaiting the stream for the past 3 weeks, but it's really only one major thing to talk about. Guess what happened to Bitcoin? Now, those of you who haven't been following along, maybe you don't know this, but for the last 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, I have been telling you guys about one event. One event. I even told you guys that we're not trading alts during this time and focusing on one thing. I even said last stream, we're not focusing on alts, we're focusing on Bitcoin. Everyone was a little surprised by that. Why would we focus on Bitcoin? Where's the upside? Oh, but little did they know. For those that don't remember, Bitcoin is ranging for nearly 26 days, so about the 3 weeks we're talking about it. We had the breakout, right? If I can use this replay settings, would be perfect. Here we go. We were ranging for quite some time. We'll delete these. We were ranging, right? We had the breakout. We traded this too. We had traded this massive move. We collected on this entire move. There's almost 50% move in Bitcoin. Killed it on this move, right? Took our profits and we were ready to attack the next move. And it was obvious. I talked about this several times of this being like one of the most obvious long position plays that we can take. No matter, even during this period, 99% of everyone on crypto Twitter was talking about this is the short of all shorts. This is where you short. And we'll talk about what happened to them very shortly. We were ranging, right? We were ranging for quite some time. And I told you guys, and you guys go back into the Discord, go back into archive, and you can see exactly what I was talking about. There's a few major lows we wanted taken out, right? We wanted this low taken out. This produced some of our most relevant highs. And we wanted this low taken out. And as soon as these are taken out, we're ready for the longs. As soon as both of these lows are taken, that means we're going to get the massive retrace into what? Into what? It was a basic play. No Wyckoff needed. No ICT. No bullshit needed for this. Easy programming. Daily fair value gap. Daily 200 EMA retest. And a support resistance flip. No fucking bogus. Just three main confluences that we follow for some of our largest plays that we've had. And what happened? Now, we'll use the replay feature right here just because it's fairly satisfying to see what did happen. Because during this drawdown was when everyone started to panic. And to be fair, I won't bash the people that panicked because it was a black swan event. Right? We did have the Kraken Coinbase news come out, so nothing to talk about there. But there's the drawdown, right? As you can see, as soon as these two levels where the arrows are, I'll delete them. As soon as this arrow was taken, boom. As soon as this arrow was taken, boom, we get the drawdown. Into what? Into the daily 200 plus the 50% range of the daily fair value gap plus the support and resistance flip on. All of this is high time frame shit. All of this is very high time frame. And what did we do? Took the longs. I took the longs. Very simple. And what happened? We had to wait in the longs for a little bit. How long do we have to wait? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe a week. And as you can see, bada bing, bada boom. It could not have gone any better. Maybe it could have gone a little quicker. And our target, as we've been talking about, was the strong highs. Why? Why are these highs the targets? Well, these highs produced the lowest lows of the entire year and the lowest lows of all of last year too. So these highs are significant because these are what produced the lowest lows. And as soon as it hit, let's take off the replay function. As soon as it hit, I'll have to line this up a little bit better. There we go. Boom. As soon as it hit, what happened? To the T. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. What happened? Oh shit, my bad guys. The stream is full. 1 second. We should probably stream this on YouTube anyways. Let me give someone else the option to do this. Well, the important shit we're about to talk about, I'm not talking about yet. I'm just going over what happened. So just give it a second. Skull, you can stream screen if you have the possibility. I've given you the perms for it. Anyways, the target price hit on the markup phase, right? Hit on the markup. And this was CPI, 16th. No, this was yesterday. Anyways, everything happened yesterday. Markup as soon as our TP for our longs was hit, that we waited over 3 weeks for. Massive rejection, and now Bitcoin is ranging. So, number one, congratulations everyone who trusted in this analysis. I mean, you kind of had to trust in it with how long we were waiting. Congrats on trusting, and I think this was one of the most profitable plays of the entire year. A lot of you who actually haven't seen pull big numbers yet pulled some massive. I mean, I think we saw, over 150,000 in profit just from 3 people. And those 3 people normally didn't size up this hard, but there was many times a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, where I said, if you are to size up your play and increase from 1R up, this could be it. So congrats if you did take that risk and increase your margin. A lot of you did, and it paid off handsomely. And that's it for the Bitcoin play. It did what we wanted. A lot of people didn't trust it, to be fair. A lot of people didn't trust it. Few things to note now. Now we have to move forward from this, right? Everyone has this euphoric high. We've just had this insane move on one of the most liquid assets in the entire market. And the reason I bring up the liquidityness of this asset is because Binance, KuCoin, Bybit offer this in the highest leverage possible of any other cryptocurrency. So this coin that has now moved 15%, a lot of you on 100x, 50x, absolutely banked. Calm down. Let the euphoria run through your veins a little bit. I know it's been coursing the past 2 days. Calm it down. Take profits now. Yes, now at market price. We've hit the target. All right, that was our plan. The daily EMA bounce into the 15, I don't know what the exact number was, into the 17% bounce. Boom, we got it. Trade's over. Now let's move on. I've noticed in my own personal trading that sometimes when I get this insane play where I'm netting, 10, 15R on a position, I'll get pretty euphoric after and take some pretty dumb risk. So I don't want you guys to make that mistake. You've profited a lot. You've made a great play. At most, I'm leaving 10, as I already said in Crypto Archive, I'm leaving 10% of the long position so we can ride until the next target, which I have talked about being 28K. So maybe we get that. It will not be a full position to go into this in the case that it does happen. But congratulations. Calm down a bit. Maybe don't trade for the weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. Go enjoy it. I'll update you if anything happens. But now's the time where we sit back. Let's observe a little bit more. What's the next move that can happen here on Bitcoin, right? What else can we expect? And that's what we're going to get into now. That's the important part. The least important part is guess what happened to Bitcoin, because we all know what happened. We went absolutely crazy. Also, we should probably talk about all the alts. So, although I did de-risk almost all of the altcoins, they all did end up following through with our exact analysis on hitting the daily 200 EMA. Zen hit it plus 40%. Tezos has not hit it. OGN has hit it. We profited off that one. Maker hit it. We profited that one. Zcash. Zcash is actually the most stagnant one. And Zcash is the one that I said last week was my least confidence one. So there you go. I guess the least confidence one has played out as being the least confident one in price action. It hasn't moved yet. SXP Swipe, it did follow through. Hit our daily 200 plus 30% on that one. Chainlink, we actually didn't buy this one. This one will be one I talk about soon because I will be buying it. And then eGold also hit it. So the analysis for the 8 coins to hit their daily 200 EMA as magnets, I think 80% of them hit. Zcash not hitting, and Tezos not hitting. So that's good to know. Again, I'll reemphasize the EMAs are nothing to fade. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but it's a very strong indicator of the overall market. And the more you don't use it, I think the more you lose out on. As I've proven to you guys year after year for the last 3.5 years, the strength of these. Now, let's talk about tether dominance, because this is another very important variable we talked about every stream, right? We said, we'll just play it. August, September. Once you bounce here, that's when the slight bear market starts. Now what's happening? Well, easily, if you guys want to just flip the charts, what's the next thing to happen? If you get the respect on a bounce here from USDT dominance, it is literally just the opposite of what has been happening. And instead of it bouncing off this and it being bear for the market, fortunately for us, a bounce off this is more tether being spent in the market, meaning Tether's market cap is going to decrease. If Tether's market cap is decreasing, that means the rest of the crypto market is getting bought up. Boom. So in short, we were waiting for that daily 200 EMA retest. Why? Because in the event that you do get the retest, which we did, it's just, I mean, a Pico retest, absolutely beautiful, about 4 days ago. Get the retest, mark down, break close. There's only one thing that can happen if Tether's market cap is decreasing. Other market caps are increasing in other cryptocurrencies. And that's exactly what happened. We've been talking about this setup for 3 weeks. This is good for the market. Daily 200 broke to the downside. We've retested it. It is only bullish for the market. It is literally the opposite of what happened every time in August of each previous year, right? This is a flip chart. If you just look at it like this, you can tell this is a bullish schematic. So fucking congrats. I feel so bad for the people who did not follow this analysis, but there it is. Now, the good shit. We have to talk about Bitcoin dominance. Nothing has changed in Bitcoin dominance that much, because the last few days, Bitcoin has pretty much increased in market cap relevant to where it was in the late January. So nothing much to talk about here. As I always tell you guys, when dominance is sitting within this 50% range, right in the middle of the long-term range it's had for the last 2 years, you can't use it as much as you would hope. Most of the time, the value for this chart increases as it's near one of the range lows or range highs. So we won't update that one. Okay. Bitcoin, what the fuck is happening next? All right. What do we expect to happen next? Well, the next thing, personally, I truly think that we are going to see more retrace here. So we got the longs, and I got the itch to enter shorts very soon. And one of my only reasons for that is because if we do look at these separate ranges that we've had, I'm going to remove some of this stuff. Actually, we're going to use a new chart. We'll use one that I don't use, Bitfinex. Okay. So for example, on Bitfinex, if we take the previous range low to the previous range high, normally what tends to happen is we get the range break, stops everyone out because of the previous lows, and then you get the re-break into the range. And now this can take some time, obviously. The previous one took over, almost 2 months. And this is what I suspect from this range. And more specifically, what I suspect from this range is what we're looking at for the previous target, right? So we're looking at this SR flip zone. Also, I mean, we have an insane, I don't know if there's a weekly fair value gap here. There is. So we have a weekly fair value gap, and we'll simplify this one a little further because this one is fairly large, but the idea would be, we'll take this zone here. We'll take the upper 50% range of that fair value gap, and we'll take this away, and that will be like the ultra short zone, like where you want to short. And the previous deviation from this was 11%. This one's going to be a lot more. 11% on the bottom side, at most 16%. We'll call it 13% max. So the idea here is still more upside to come, but the goal would be, the long-term plan would be a short position build. And the short position build would be a break of this zone, right? A break of this is going to cause the rest of the market to start believing that it's like full bull mode again, and we're going to get rapid market buys and complete euphoric and FOMO from everyone who missed these lower buys. For everyone who missed these lower buys, what tends to happen is those who have FOMO end up buying higher and selling lower. And the idea would be for them to see another 10% move, which would be a 10% move into this weekly fair value gap. Plus, this is also the weekly 200 EMA. So this is the first retest of the weekly 200 EMA. And yes, we're bringing up the EMAs again. We have retested the weekly EMA for the first time since June of last year, right? So we get bearish retest, weekly 200 EMA. We get bearish retest of this previous SR zone. We get bearish entrance of weekly bearish fair value gap and plenty of daily fair value gaps. I don't want to mark them all. These are all fair value gaps here. So plenty of liquidity. And we get like the reverse power of 3, right? And Casper talks about this a lot, so I don't really need to go into too much detail, but the basis for it is range break from those. I think he has, we'll pull his up. He's posted it recently. He has a pretty long-term vision for, oh no, it reached. This is it. All right, if you look at the screen now, couldn't paste, image is too large. Hold on. Here it is. So this is what Casper had for Bitcoin longs. This is the exact same thing. It's the power of 3, right? Consolidation into depression, into expansion, right? And that's what we want to see, but there you go. If I invert the scale, it's a little easier to understand. You'll get your retrace and then your expansion, right? Which this chart is flipped, so the expansion would be back to the downside. And that's the idea. That's the next long-term idea for Bitcoin. This doesn't really pertain to my long-term analysis on some altcoins, which I'll get into, but this is what is next to come for Bitcoin, right? We're going to see this range break to the bottom side and then expansion, range break to the upside into something bearish, right? You need to have additional confluences. So not only do you have this bearish power of 3, you're going to have the bearish weekly 200 EMA, you're going to have the bearish fair value gaps and the bearish weekly fair value gap, and then there you go. Have fun. This is also, I don't know how much this is going to matter, but it's also going to be a monthly. I don't think this one, this one probably won't matter too much for us. It's just going to be the rest of that daily fair value gap. So that's what we are to expect next. And not only will we get all, it's like 3 or 4 bearish confluences. I mean, we'll maximize this with the stochastic also giving us this high bearish retest. Very simple. Congrats on the longs. Get into short soon. Rinse and repeat. S&P 500, I think, is on a retest right now. So S&P 500 is very bullish. Nothing to change long-term outlook for SPY. We've been bullish on it. We've been bullish before the breakout. We suspected the breakout, got paid for those who trade stocks and options with us. Next up, let's get paid on short soon. So there's only 2 altcoins I want to talk about, and I'm sure you guys can suspect what they're going to be. First one being XRP. Also want to talk about QNT because these are like the only other positions we currently have open. So I have QNT spot open, XRP spot, and then Link. And I want to talk about these 3, more specifically XRP and Link, because they haven't done anything. And normally the coins that haven't done anything yet are the ones to have something done for them soon. Same status as the previous Power 3, right? We're going to want that depression phase into consolidation to expansion. And XRP's there. It also has a daily 200 as its launch pad. As you guys know, the more times you test it, the weaker it gets and the higher the chance of a breakout is. And that's what's going to happen within the next month or 2. Before summer starts, Link's making its decision, and I think Link's decision is to the upside. Not only are the technicals pointing to upside on Chainlink, so are the fundamentals. For the last, I want to say 9 months, we've gotten rid of artificial selling pressure using Chainlink staking, which validators can now use instead of selling on the open market, which they used to use. So they can now stake. That's less selling pressure. Less selling pressure gives additional confluence as 200 being broken soon. Okay, so Link is long. XRP. The shit coin of the bunch. Let's refresh the entire chart because it's just getting dirty now. The shit coin of the bunch. Same philosophy, right? The daily's going to break soon. It's had quite a bit of confluence for the last few runs it's had. Pretty much are at the waiting phase. The only thing to say about this one is you need a lot of patience because the rest of the market runs and this one doesn't get any buying pressure. The rest of the market ran in 2021 and XRP never got to see all-time high again. There we go. This is 2017, 2021. I'm trying to find a chart for XRP that goes back and show us its price in 2017. Here it is. So as you can see, a monthly chart for this is just going to be quite depressing, as it's been the same price for the last, almost, oh God, last 2,000 days. It's been pretty much the exact same price. So depressing, yes. Is there potential? Of course. And we just got to wait. So it's still right at our entry. If you don't have XRP, you can buy it now. It is where we were before. So XRP still along, and it's going to be depressing until we get some massive breakout, which, as the days go by, is seeming less likely. We're going to need someone like Sir Trades a lot to really pump this thing. Not enough news from him lately. Anywho, XRP long, Link long, QNT is still along as well. Why are these the ones that we still have? Well, these are the ones that also haven't marked up as much as the others. QNT is only up 5-6%. XRP is only up 5%. Link is up 0%. It is at the same place I talked about last week. So the coins that haven't moved, I want to talk about because I think they have more in the tank right now. Also Zcash, although it is the one I don't have much confidence, still technically has a lot of value within it. A lot of value. Maybe it's a long soon. I don't know what I'm going to have to see. My confidence for this one is still low. I'm not exactly sure what I'm waiting for. It has been barcoding since January. Every day it gives back its gains and then gains the next day. So not much to go off and talk about Zcash yet. If Zcash breaks $50, let's call it 52.50. If Zcash breaks 52.50 and it breaks all of this this was such an easy coin to trade. This used to be so easy to trade. I made so much money on this in 2020. Just easy flips and you just buy the retest. So again, if it breaks 52.50 and we don't buy longs here, that's okay because we'll have a ton of confidence to rebuy. Like 20% move to the upside, give it some type of, it's gonna move up to this volume shelf, and then you'll have like a minus 15 to 20% day, and then we can buy. Do I want to wait that long? No, I want to catch it before then, but I'm not exactly sure what I want yet. I wanted to break this structure because I can't trade this yet. Okay, so Link long, XP long, Zcash long, question mark. I don't know what I want to see yet. I at least want this something to change here. I can't trade this. If you can, congrats. You're an absolute goblin. And that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come on, brag about Bitcoin for all those who didn't trust it. Get fucked if you're trying to short, I guess. Overall summary, we're looking to short Bitcoin soon. Up to 28K is when shorts would be active. That's when we can build confidence for shorts. XRP's still along. Link still along at market price. Link hasn't moved, guys. I don't think anyone has a good Link entry. The best Link entry may be from December, actually. Yeah, the best. So if you have Link entries from December, just hold them. If you don't have Link entry, you can still buy it. I think you're fine buying it now. This shit has to break one day, and I'd rather it break when I have it and I own it. Link long, XRP long, QNT still long. We've had them for a while. We've had them for probably 40 days in our portfolio. Still good. Bitcoin dominance. Nothing to report on. Hasn't changed. USDT dominance, we do have something to report on because it's doing exactly what we want. Bearish retest. Daily 200 EMA break is a high time frame market trend shift indicator. The market is bullish right now. If you say otherwise, you're a fucking idiot. If you say otherwise, I know for facts that you were shorting into this 20% move on Bitcoin and absolutely lost your entire account. So there are the confluences. That's the summary. I think that's all I want to go over. There's a 3-day weekend, so don't try to fucking spend it shaving small gains. Right? Take a fucking break. We got absolutely paid for our patience. Don't give it back now. That would be pretty depressing. Can we take a look at Matic? Sure. Yeah, we'll go over. Well, let's do user questions now. I don't really know if I have anything else to say. Bitcoin worked. Alts worked. And the only unfortunate part with the alts working is I de-risked them before they ended up working out fully. Few of them we got to get full profits, but not all of them. Like Eagle, Zen, which is so unfortunate. Eagle and Zen being my favorites. I talked about them being my favorites. And like 4 days after, they all hit full TP plus 40%, plus 30%. But we like de-risked it 2 days before. So that's just the name of the game. The Bitcoin bias was de-risked because we were going to shoot down into our buy zone, which happened. So we made up the money on our Bitcoin longs, but it sucks we weren't able to get the full profit out of it. Someone said Matic. And I haven't looked at this one in a very long time. Near all-time highs. Strong coin. Actually, sorry, it's not near all-time highs. It looks like it, but this is logarithmic chart. Yeah, so logarithmic chart makes it look a lot closer, but it is not. It's pretty fucking far away, actually. 80% away. What are the good things about this chart? Well, the good things are they're above the daily 200, and as I said, anything above the daily 200 has a lot of strength behind it, and you can be confident. And the number one thing I see is this. I mean, this is just the most beautiful thing about this chart right here. The advent of new analysis makes a lot of people think that these zones don't mean anything anymore. And it's unfortunate that people think that because they lose money not using them. But Matic retest. And you have your entry. Is there any confluence with this entry? If it comes back to $1, is this $1? $1.30? The only confluence would be daily fair value gaps, but I don't know if they have that much value anymore, the daily fair value gaps, because if 3, 4, 5 days pass of straight markup, they're all full gaps. But you guys can see exactly what I'm saying. This is previously where it was held up, January, February, and then you have the markdown, right? And you have the swap. You have the swap, and then boom. You have the retest to confirm that, yes, this area has flipped. There you go. Get another retest, right? Have this price fall back down, and I'd enter. I wouldn't enter it here. But it's solid, and it's strong as fuck. Probably one of the strongest coins in the entire market right now. We could go over metals, I guess. I haven't looked at silver in a while. I haven't looked at silver. I haven't looked at gold in probably since January 1st. Gold's trash. Gold's actually not trash. Gold's trash on the weekly. Silver is sick on the weekly. Gold's a buy right now. Gold's a go to your local gold store and buy gold right now. Most of you know that I'm pretty bullish on silver. I own a lot of physical silver. I think it has the most upside out of any metal. Yeah, I'd say silver on the weekly is absolutely beautiful. And this one also has what Matic gave us. And you have your flip. Boom. You have several retests that confirm it. And then you have your breakout. And you have your retest. And this is the weekly. This is the weekly EMA plus SR flip. Gold is on the daily. I think these are both buys, honestly. I think metals are bullish right now. Gold will probably mark up in the next few days. If you could buy gold, I'd buy gold. I'd be long on these right now. And I'd just take these to the next relevant highs. I'll just stop right below the previous lows. Now take out this high, stop, you're good. Oh, 1.5 R. It will take a long time. Gold doesn't move that fast. So, if anyone else has analysis on gold, let me know. I think metals are all bullish. Sorry, not all metals, just gold and silver. We haven't looked at like platinum or copper. I'm not looking at those for sure. Is PAXG gold? Yeah, PAXG is the crypto tether for gold. Yeah. Yep. You can, if you only have a crypto account, you could buy gold buying PAXG. And it's gold. Anyways, that's it, guys. I don't see any other questions. Congratulations on waiting and getting absolutely paid from it. Still more to come, and the next long-term position will be Bitcoin shorts, which we will have come to fruition within 15-14%. So GG, boys. Congrats. I'll talk to you guys later. 3-day weekend. Probably won't trade much over the weekend, honestly. We'll do another stream tomorrow. And probably a stream tomorrow and a stream Sunday where we'll just do like live trading day trades. Because I don't have any swing positions to give you guys right now. Except XRP and Link. And you. Peace out, boys. Catch you guys later.